guys, this is Cupcake Menace, and today I wanted to talk about Copic markers. These are alcohol-based markers, and they are very, very good for blending, and they are like no other marker out there. They have really seamless blending, and it's just amazing how seamless they blend. So basically, you've got the E00 Skin White that I bought today. You've also got the Zero Colorless Blender. Now, the colorless blender you're always gonna need no matter what. Like, the markers are gonna blend already together, but if you need extra blending, you're always gonna need this. So basically, what I'm talking about now is I'm talking about how all these things work. So the colors only show truly when the markers dry. So yeah, so when you color down there or on your paper or whatever, they only show really good when they dry. So you're gonna need to know how they look while you're drying, and that's gonna you're gonna have to look at that for yourself. But when you write on there, it's gonna look transparent. If you've got regular computer paper, it's going to be transparent. That's automatic. If you've got thick Copic paper, good for you. I didn't buy any Copic paper, but if you do have Copic paper, it's not gonna be see-through, I don't think, but it's still going to be like, you know, lighter than it actually is, or darker, I meant. It's gonna be dark and muddy looking. It's weird, but that's the way it's gonna be once you place it down, and then when it dries up, it's actually going to be lighter. So let me show you here. I've got the E00 Skin White here, and I'm just going to draw that for future reference between the blending and the non-blended. So, that's gonna be the non-blended, and this one's gonna be the blended. So I'm just gonna let these dry, but I'm just gonna say you're gonna have to use the colorless blender. So if you're going to buy one marker, I suggest getting the colorless blender. If you're going to buy two, I suggest getting the colorless blender and obviously the skin white. What am I saying? Obviously the skin white. I suggest getting those colors before you get anything else, and those will both run you about $15. I know it's expensive. They're about $7 a piece, but I know it's expensive. But I mean, you could probably get them cheaper on the internet. I have no idea if you can, but I will leave a link in the description to where you can find them. If you can, and I'll leave the cheapest one in the description, the cheapest one I can find. And if you find one cheaper while you're looking there, good for you. Also, it's going to be hard to explain this in like a manner that like a lot of people can't understand. Copic has a really good base. I don't know all the Copic has. I know they have these beautiful markers, and I also know they have these multi-liners, which are very, 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 very good. And so you should probably get a Copic multi-liner as well, as if you're going to be like drawing with the Copic markers and sketching and stuff. One, for sketching, I recommend a 0.5 millimeter. It's 2 millimeters under the average 0.7 millimeter, and there are some common pencils that use 0.9. There are a lot of pencils that use 0.9 as well, but the most common is 0.7. You want to get like one of the least common, which is the 0.5, because that's going to give you a really thin sketch, and it's going to be awesome. So, you should also get a Copic multi-liner, because once you put your pencil line work down, you're going to want to have a good pen line work so you can fill the color in. As well as you need probably a moldable eraser so it like won't risk skidding or moving the ink, smearing the ink, so it won't risk that. Because like with moldable erasers, you can just dab and push and pull, and it's pretty much gonna get it off. So that's what happens with this stuff. You're probably going to need a moldable eraser, or a kneadable eraser, which you can get in a normal craft store, as well as you're going to need Copic markers, which are pretty much on the same aisle in my craft store, as well as you're going to need Copic multi-liners, which are pretty much the same aisle. So all these things are pretty much in the same aisle. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they have a 0.5 millimeter in the same aisle as well, but that's going to have to be up to you to find your own items in your own area. So what I want to talk about here is you can definitely see the softer edges and the harder edges between both of the Copic markers. And yeah, so the blender made the colors splatter out a little bit more, or spread out a little bit more, and you can see that's where the soft edges come from. And then like when it's regular, you can also see the straight edges. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!